A review of Tekken 8. Let's do this. We beat the game recently. It was amazing. I gave it a 9.5. Let's see what IGN gives it, huh?
The Tekken series is steeped in legacy. From the mechanical skills and knowledge needed to compete at the highest levels, to its iconic music and characters, to inside jokes spanning 3 decades and an ongoing story dating back just as far, each new entry has a heavy burden to bear. How do you honor that legacy without being chained down by it? That's the question Tekken 8 thoughtfully considers, and the answer it comes up with is a simple, yet profound one. You accept what's come before, but you don't let it stop you from moving forward. Whether it be a literal
I need that combo.
Powerful new heat system, impressive training tools, or the compelling story of a man trying to break generational shackles to create a brighter future, Tekken 8 is always honoring its past while striving to improve its present. And most of all, it's just some really good-ass Tekken.
It is really good. Here's the review. Tekken 8. Are they going to talk about the customization?
And Bandai Namco smartly hasn't tried to change the parts of Tekken's combat mechanics that were already great. Movement, spacing, block punishing, and whiff punishing all remain as vital as ever. But 2 significant additions also twist these mechanics in exciting new ways: recoverable health and the heat system.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
For the first time in Tekken history, other than the non-canonical Tekken Tag tournament games, recoverable health plays a major part in matches. Blocking big attacks and taking chip damage, absorbing them with a power crush, or being hit after getting knocked airborne will do partial gray damage.
Hell yeah. Wow, look at that combo. Hot
The
dang.
only way to get this health back is by throwing out your own attacks.
What a cool skin for Jack.
All by just standing still and blocking. You have to go on the offensive to reclaim your life. And this made me adapt my mindset in a wonderful way. It's also a huge shift, as Tekken has always been a defensive game. It's not uncommon to watch high-level Tekken matches of the past and see 2 characters appear to almost glitch across the screen as they continuously cancel their sidesteps and dashes and block everything while looking for the smallest opening. A lot of that hasn't gone away in Tekken 8, but recoverable damage gave me the constant pressure to go on offense while I still had health that could be recovered, and never made me feel like I was out of the fight while being juggled across
Damn, that's
the stage.
a cool grapple. I didn't even know that was a thing.
The new heat system pairs with this new offensive mindset perfectly. There are myriad ways to enter heat, whether it be through landing stable moves from a character's move list, or simply pressing a button. And you start with a full bar of heat every round, so there's no reason not to use it.
For real, you need to use it.
In every facet. You do increased chip damage while recovering more of your own health, you unlock new moves or properties for each character, and you can use the rest of your meter for a powerful combo extender or finisher.
There he is, my dude. Absolutely.
Do you press your advantage when you have your enemy on the ropes, or do you wait for an opportunity to recover health? Do you add a little bit of damage onto a combo now, or maintain stronger pressure after a knockdown later? Since you regain all of your heat after every round, these are questions you get to answer every round, and Tekken 8 is much more dynamic for it. That said, one aspect of these changes I could see eventually getting frustrating is how it gives even more offensive pressure to characters who thrive on it, like Hwoarang and the various members of the Mishima family. It's scary enough to try and keep blocking when it seems like it's been your opponent's turn to attack forever, so adding in chip damage and extra tools for characters with overwhelming offense is even more to deal with. But since these tools are universal, you always have a chance to turn the tide yourself. And heat makes execution for a lot of moves easier.
It does.
Mishima's electric attacks no longer requiring a single frame input. Heat is both your most powerful offensive tool and a great equalizer. On top of heat naturally smoothing out the beginner's on-ramp a bit, Tekken 8 also has some of the best training tools I've ever seen in a fighting game. The new arcade
I haven't seen the whole arcade quest mode. I want to see where that is.
And the training mode is incredibly full-featured, with combo challenges.
Training mode's dope, yeah.
Save states, so you can drill specific situations like wall breaks easily.
Oh, that is awesome.
Punishment training.
Nice.
Moves you can pin to the screen while practicing them.
There's a lot of ways to practice.
Tell you the specific properties of each attack. But the crown jewel is the integrated replay system. You can watch your own replays back, or even those of other players you find online, and take control of the characters at any time, as long as they were played by a human. This means as soon as you run into a troublesome situation in a match, you can immediately hop into your replays, watch back what you did, and then try a dozen different ways to find something better.
Really?
Phenomenal addition, and one I'll be using constantly as I strive to improve.
I did not know that was a thing you could do.
To simplify things even further, there's also a control mode called Special Style that binds important moves to a single button press. You can even bind this Special Style toggle to a button that you can press mid-match if you're getting overwhelmed and just want to do something cool and productive. The menu will pop on screen even when playing online, so both players will know when someone activates it. However, Special Style isn't useful in any way that's viable competitively. Unlike Street Fighter VI's comparatively paltry moveset being downsized with its modern controls mode, Tekken characters have dozens if not hundreds of moves, and you can't realistically map a majority of those to 4 buttons. You can alter some of them by pressing a direction as well, but Special Style is mainly meant for beginners and those who want a quick taste of what a character can do, which it does provide nicely.
Okay. New challengers.
Joining the roster's returning mainstays are 3 fighters new to the Tekken series. Victor, the friendly
Victor, my dude.
Cassell, Azucena, the energetic
He's alright.
entrepreneur, and the enigmatic Reina.
Reina. She's very
Victor
good.
sports some really flashy attacks that look cool as
Oh,
soon as
yeah.
you pick them up. And his vanishing strikes have great mix-up and pressure options that
Oh, they
are,
sure do.
thankfully, able to be punished if abused too often.
Yeah, they are able to be punished,
His connection to
unfortunately.
the story is a nice addition to the lore as well, framing him as a character who has been in the background, training other longtime roster mainstays.
Yeah.
Azucena, as befitting of her occupation, is always moving. Both her personality and moveset are always baiting you to attack, and then hammering you.
Always, man.
She's destined to be polarizing due to her taunting nature and obvious early strengths, but even after fighting against her many times, I'm more excited to learn ways around her pressure than I am frustrated to face her. The third and most intriguing new character is Reina, who seems to act as a bridge between Tekken 7 and 8 in both gameplay and story.
Yeah.
Seemingly appearing from nowhere, she shares many moves with the recently deceased Heihachi, the patriarch of the Mishima family, who was killed by Kazuya at the end of Tekken 7.
Yep.
And she's my favorite addition to the roster by far. She's aggressive, flashy, and has some simple tools.
She's not
that
my
are very
favorite, man.
hard to master.
I enjoy Victor more, I'd say.
Continuing an extremely welcome trend of recent fighting games,
That's a cool
Tekken 8 has
mask.
enough single-player content to keep you busy for dozens of hours without ever touching multiplayer. The cinematic story mode, subtitled The Dark Awakens, is a roughly 3 to 4 hour mix of cutscenes and story.
About 4 hours,
While
yeah.
I don't want to give away many details, there are a few surprises that should delight longtime Tekken
Oh,
fans,
yeah.
including multiple playable characters. It seems like a good way to showcase Special Style too, as story weaves in and out of fights and in-game slow motion is used to punctuate big moves. I actually found using it more enjoyable than the regular controls for most of the story, since I wasn't browsing a move list every time I played as a new character. There's plenty of time to dig deep and try hard in all the other modes, so I was just glad to be able to have fun quickly for this campaign.
Fight!
As far as the actual story goes, I mostly enjoyed my time with it. There are some very capital A anime moments, and not everyone gets a chance to shine. But Bandai Namco gives attention to important character arcs that span several games, and there are clear fan service moments that land successfully.
Yep. There sure are. They did a fantastic job on the
It's
story.
simple enough to understand as a newcomer too, as the relationships and stakes are laid out pretty clearly from the jump, and the gallery mode includes several summary videos of past games. One of the only negatives presentation-wise is that the real-time action looks so good that the transitions into pre-rendered cutscenes can sometimes be jarring.
Yeah, that's
With
true.
Slightly smeary effects and different color grading
Yeah.
sometimes layered on top of them.
But it still looks really good.
There are also character endings for the entire roster that unlock by playing through a quick series of 5 battles. These are
What's
mostly
up,
quick
Last?
notes, and they do vary in quality. But there are a few that had me legitimately laughing out loud. I won't spoil any, but make sure you play through Kazuya and Dragonov's endings in particular for some fun moments. New to the series in Tekken 8 are 2 modes, Arcade Quest and Super Ghost.
I forgot we were doing that today.
Arcade Quest is actually my favorite of the single-player options, Mimicking a crawl through various arcades, your customizable avatar moves through different opponents while slowly learning Tekken 8's mechanics. You can spend as much time as you want in each location challenging characters, all of whom sport different playstyles to test your mettle.
How do you get to that place?
There's a passable story that preaches the importance of having fun in a stressful genre, but it really works as a lengthy tutorial for those who may be a bit hesitant to immediately jump online. Arcade Quest gives you a ton of
I'm already online.
It should provide players intimidated by Tekken's high difficulty a reason to stick around without meeting some of the vitriol you'd see with real-life bad actors. Super Ghost Battle is a mode in which you can challenge a CPU that's built from learning actual information about players.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the ghost mode.
You can train your own ghost by fighting against it in order to learn your own tendencies or in other modes, or even download and play against ghosts from other players. It's a great way to check yourself as you continue to grow into a given character, and also a fun way to take on other real-life people without having to actually schedule playtime. I've already had friends.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Ghost in a nice bit of catharsis after I won a set against them online.
Do you blame them?
The last single-player mode of note is the Jukebox. It lets you replace the music for any stage or menu as you see fit, depending on the track they switch to in the final round. And it even includes some of the menu music and classic tracks from Tekken's past. And if you don't feel like fiddling, you can set it to shuffle the soundtracks of Tekken's 1 through 8, Tekken Tag Tournament 1 and 2, and even Tekken Revolution.
Very
It's
cool.
an embarrassment of riches for longtime fans of the series like me, and a great way to honor its legacy. Plus, now I can listen to the awesome Tekken 3 character select music anytime I want.
Nice.
I want. Please, put this in every fighting game.
Online.
The
Alright,
biggest
let's
factor
hear
in
it.
the longevity of any modern fighting game is how well it plays online. And I'm happy to say that it's here, Tekken 8 trumps Tekken 7 in every way.
It sure does.
Based on the limited online time I've had pre-launch, netcode seems much improved. And every match I've played against someone in the US, even thousands of miles away, has felt great. I also tried my hand against players in South Korea and Europe, and while the quality wasn't ideal, the matches were definitely playable, albeit with some jittery artifacts. There are several rollback settings to change the feel of your inputs as well, though I preferred the default.
Who is that
Regardless,
he's using?
it's great that the option is there if you want it. And Tekken
Boy, he really went all out with the
play as well.
customization, didn't he?
Also, in an extremely welcome change from Tekken's past, online rematches are now considerably faster. Instead of bumping you out to the versus splash screen as you wait for another load, it will put you right back in the action as soon as you confirm a rematch. It's a great update, and one of those things that makes you forget how long it actually used to take once you get used to it. As far as online modes go, the big focus here is the Tekken Fight Lounge, a battle hub where you can run around with your custom avatar to meet and inspect other players, throw down some emotes, and access all the online options, including ranked matches, quick matches, custom
You can do that
modes,
from
and
in
the
there?
return of
I didn't know that. Ninja from Down Under.
Easy to navigate.
Hi.
You can pop open the
Hi,
door,
Lola.
quickly hop from room to room, but it's also just a cool looking space to run around in its own right. And if it's not for you, you can just as easily find all the online modes from the main menu.
That's pretty cool, though.
One bizarre omission while in custom rooms is that you can't spectate matches or go to the practice mode.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can spectate
That sucks.
anyone just fine from the fight lounge, but if you're in a room with friends, as of now, there's no way to watch each other's matches.
Did they fix that? Has that been fixed, probably?
About the online experience that this is a weird thing to not have available. Hopefully it gets added in a post-launch patch.
I'm sure they will. There's no way it shouldn't. Verdict! Come on, what do you give it?
Tekken 8 is an amazing new entry in the long-running series. Interesting tweaks to its classic fighting systems, a full suite of fun offline modes, great new characters, incredible training.
Didn't even talk about the
and a vastly
customization.
improved online experience. All
Customization's
add up to a
amazing
fighting
on
I'll be
this
playing
game.
For many years to come.
You can customize any character you want
Small
to.
hiccups here and there, such as the lack of spectating in custom rooms, but I'm having trouble thinking of how Bandai Namco could have set Tekken on a better.
Yeah! I gave it a 9.5, they gave it a 9. We were on the same page for that one. Nice.
Tekken 8 manages to stand out as something special.
Hell
For more
yeah.
on Tekken 8, make sure to check back with us for some post-launch videos.
Good stuff, IGM. When you gonna hire me? That's what I'm talking about, baby. There it is.
二択の時間だ。屈服か、それとも死か。
Very good. That's IGN's review of Tekken 8. Told you guys. Great game. Play it.